Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Tony's Review. Today we're covering yet another Tarantino film, debuting back in 2012. Yes, Django Unchained. Here we go.
You know what a bounty hunter is? You kill people, and they give you a reward. Better, they are bigger the reward. I need your help. I'm looking for the Brittle Brothers. However, I don't know what they look like, but you do.
So who does not like Django Unchained? This is perhaps one of the biggest redemption films I have ever seen, ever. It delivers such raw emotion, violence, ultimate satisfaction. This film has an amazing cast with a great storyline, with great dialogue, and some of the best action sequences. Of course, it's very Tarantino-y, with lots of violence, lots of blood, and a Western take, which you can't help but admire from this man. Django Unchained starts 2 years before the Civil War takes place, where there's still slavery and it's still a factor. Django is a slave who ends up helping a German bounty hunter by the name of Dr. King Schultz. Django happens to know Schultz's next bounty, the Brittle Brothers. With an agreement to help one another, Schultz frees Django and together they hunt the South's most wanted criminals. Along their way, Django realizes his long-lost wife is currently still a slave under the plantation owner of Calvin Candy. Now's the time to get her back and redeem himself to get back at everyone who wronged him and his wife. Alright, so the cast of Django Unchained. Once again, Tarantino brings in some phenomenal actors with some phenomenal roles. Starting off with Christoph Waltz, one of my favorites, playing the role of Dr. King Schultz. Of course, we have Jamie Foxx, the main star, playing Django. And we got good old Leonardo DiCaprio playing the role of Calvin Candy. We have Kerry playing Broomhilda von Shaft. We have veteran Tarantino actor Samuel L. Jackson playing the role of Steven. We got Walter Goggins playing the role of Billy Crash. And Don Johnson playing the role of Big Daddy. These are some of the big people who had the most significant roles in the film. All outstanding performances. They really dug deep in these roles and they did an outstanding job. They delivered and they made this film what it is. So all that being said, if you have not seen Django Unchained, I highly recommend this film. It is one of my favorites. I will warn you, there is a bit of racism in this and lots of violence and gore, but come on, it's a Tarantino film. He touches on realism very well, so don't be too quick to judge before seeing this film. It is really great. Please see it if you have not. But till then, spoiler alert, you've been warned. So we're continuing the trend of top 3 moments for Django Unchained. It seems to be working very well and everyone seems to like it, so I'm gonna continue to do it. Starting with the number 3 moment of Django Unchained. This is basically what made Django who he was, what gave him his purpose. This is what Dr. Schultz came after him in the first place. I'm talking about the bounty of the Brittle Brothers. This ultimately made Django, getting back at the 3 men who ultimately wronged him and his wife in the first place. I found it absolutely fascinating and so engaging. Jamie Foxx kills the role of Django, diving deep and giving an edge-of-your-seat performance. Arriving at Big Daddy's plantation, he has this confident persona about him, where he wears the most standout attire. Right off the bat, he presents himself as someone not to be messed with. I loved how Tarantino fills Django's purpose with these flashbacks of who the Brittle Brothers really were. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth that leads you to cheer on Django's endeavor. Django kills Big John and Little Raj, leaving Ellis to Dr. Schultz to finish off with Django's amazing line of,
I like the way you die, boy.
It was so fun to watch and ultimately see this character of Django form. And the number 2 moment of Django Unchained is perhaps one of the most humorous scenes in the entire film. Even with the random cameo of Jonah Hill, almost as random as Channing Tatum in The Hateful Eight. Who knew? But I'm talking about the horse raid on Django and Dr. Schultz. This scene was so well done. It led the audience to believe one thing and turned it around completely. What made it so funny was the explanation and the problem with the bags all the horsemen were wearing. It was perfect and fit Tarantino's random comedy fill-ins. Big Daddy was not too happy about Dr. Schultz and Django killing the Brittle Brothers, so they decide to raid them at night, unexpectedly.
Anybody bring any extra bags?
But come on, Dr. Schultz is pretty smart, and obviously this plan did not work, especially with Big Daddy's men not even being able to see out of their damn masks. But it led to a pretty explosive conclusion, and showcasing Django's amazing marksmanship, killing Big Daddy in the end. This was entertaining in so many ways, where you can't help but feel proud of Django and Dr. Schultz and their victory. And last but not least, the #1 moment of Django Unchained. This is one of the most badass shootouts, including one of the most unfortunate deaths. This is the death of Dr. King Schultz, Calvin Candy, and the big shootout at Candyland. A lot happens here. A lot goes on towards the end of the film. A lot of deaths, a lot of blood. After being discovered of their actual intentions, Calvin Candy aggressively calls out the bounty hunters of who they actually were, agreeing to sell Broomhilda and later threatening the death of her if the doctor didn't merely shake the man's hand. Unfortunately, this was a calling for Schultz, leaving him the opportunity to kill Candy, but leaving him also to face his own death, which leads to a severely bloody, badass shootout. This is close, if not more bloody, than Tarantino's Kill Bill House of Blue Leaf scene in Volume 1. But Django has to eventually give up, considering they have his wife hostage with a gun to her head. So unfortunately he gets captured, has to suffer and endure some torture, but don't worry, he redeems himself in the end, getting one of the happiest endings. In my opinion, Django Unchained was a perfect film. It instantly reminded me of Kill Bill with eventual plot with ultimate redemption. I thoroughly enjoyed every minute, just as I did the Kill Bill series, with a powerful character delivering a powerful message. Films like this is really what makes Tarantino who he is, and what his films transpire. I just hope his 10th and final film is just as riveting. Well, that's a wrap, people. Thanks a lot for stopping back by. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Django Unchained. I'll be back next week with another movie to review. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the bell to be notified of my next video. So till then, thank you.